cowboy doors.
All right.
Although, no, yeah, it was great. The whole movie, the whole video bit, running movie was a whole, Friday night sometime. You know, it was an experience that no one really has anymore. That experience is gone. It might not come back.
Pizza and Red Box doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, absolutely not.
No.
But like, think about how things were just together. Like, mine was there was a Pizza Hut right there. Yeah. Right. Stonehenge. Yeah. And your video rental. Video playhouse.
You bought a pizza, got a movie, you went home.
Friday night.
All right. You got a 12-pack of beer, maybe.
Well, no, I did not.
You got a bag of pot.
All right, let me start this. Ready, guys?
It's running.
Yeah, it's
okay.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Video Rangers podcast. I'm Mike Spanakos. Sitting beside me is Chris Dietz. Say hello, Chris.
Hello, it's Chris Dietz, and this is the Video Rangers podcast. Today we have a very special guest. His name is Matt Bescher. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me, guys.
He drinks Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's a hell of a guy.
Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
It's a good beer.
It's for 65-year-old men.
Well, some people say I have the soul.
But I used to work at a beer store, and the only people who bought this were 65-year-old men or their wives.
My wife, I sometimes send her to get it. So
all right. Good enough.
Sense.
Good enough for me.
I'm drinking Rolling Rock.
The official, right? The official
beer. The official beer.
I'm drinking, what is this? Fat Tire? Fat Tire Tangerine IPA. So I don't like IPAs. It's actually pretty good.
Our friend in Oregon told me that Rolling Rock is shitty beer.
It is.
Oh,
well, it is considered shitty beer in Oregon, but
yes.
Anything that has a $1 billion company behind it, $1 billion is shitty beer to those people. They're little dickheads.
I'd be upset, but he's the only person that's commented on a YouTube video.
Oh, he commented? We got a comment?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
We got a comment. It says we drink shitty beer.
Well,
guns blazing.
But it's any comment, so I'll just...
Officially.
Did you thumbs up the comment?
Yeah, I was excited.
I drink.
Somebody wrote something.
I drink every beer. I'm not a snob who can't drink a Bud Light or a Rolling Rock. So, I give you a thumbs down, Portland person.
Well, he didn't say Portland. He just said Oregon.
Yeah.
Same.
Now they know where he lives.
Portland is Oregon. There's nothing else out there.
We're going to go right to the Goondocks. Is that where it takes place?
I think so.
Is it in Portland?
No.
Or just
no. It's Astoria.
Oh.
You know that.
Queens.
Right. I think Queens.
Yeah. I knew
Astoria, Queens.
Yeah. That's where my mom's from.
It matches up with the blue matches up with the summer house and the rock.
The garbage can, the abandoned building.
Chester Copperpot was the mayor.
Joe DiMaggio. No, Lou Gehrig. He's got a Lou Gehrig card. He's got a Lou Gehrig card in his wallet.
That's right.
Yeah.
Lou Gehrig. I love how he says it. He nails that fucking line. Lou Gehrig.
He got Lou Gehrig's disease. What a coincidence.
It's terrible.
Yes. Terrible joke.
It's such a. The most famous person has to have the disease named after them because no one knows about that disease.
I thought we were still talking about Sean Austin or Aston, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what's wrong with him?
Sometimes you want. Oh no.
I was just thinking about his career.
No, he's fine. He was in Lord of the Rings.
We might go on tangents here.
Rudy and Goonies. That guy is just sitting pretty money wise.
Yeah, and some Adam Sandler movies. He's doing good.
Oh, the 51st Dates.
Oh yeah, 51st Dates. He was the kid with the
muscle kid.
Yeah, the fishnet.
He was in Toy Soldiers.
Yes.
And he's really doing it. He really did.
He showed his butt in Toy Soldiers.
He did.
Woo!
Hello.
He's in Encino Man. He's got a hell of a roster, man.
Seriously, that's a very big thing.
No, he's done some. His whole family is.
His mom is.
His stepdad.
His mom is Adrian, right? No. Yes.
Tila Shire?
Godfather.
Yeah.
Yes, that's his mom.
She was married to, what the fuck is the name of Mr. Adams?
Yes.
Gomez
Adams, the original.
Really?
That's his stepfather.
Yeah.
No, it's a stepfather.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I can't remember his name at the moment.
Well, it's Aston, isn't it?
Yes, his name is Aston. I believe.
Yeah.
So what's the movie of the week, Mike?
H.O.T.S. 1979. Some like it hot.
The worst movie with the greatest ending ever.
Great ending.
Yeah.
Great ending.
With the worst, it is the worst movie though, with the greatest ending.
Grab a hold of your pigskin. H.O.T.S is a Skinema classic. Mr. Skin.
Yes, MrSkin.com.
I mean,
way back when. I don't know. Is that
grab
still
a hold
around?
of your pigskin. That's
pretty good.
That's really, that's good right there.
Yeah,
That's some talented writing.
yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Skin.
Danny Bonaducci is in this
He's
movie.
not the star of the
And
movie.
he's not. Yes, he's not the star.
Yeah.
Is there a star in the movie?
Well,
Is there a full?
if I was gonna-
is there a main character?
well, the stars are
the four girls, I
playmates.
suppose.
Yeah, I mean boobs.
Boobs
I
are the
think
star of the movie.
Yes.
If this movie was called Boobs,
Yeah.
They couldn't call it boobs. They called it H.O.T.S.
Okay.
They couldn't call it that.
I mean, they
could call it tits. That's
Yeah.
for the. But no, we can't call it that either.
But the star of the movie is tits.
Yep.
Pretty
much.
Yes.
Yes,
That on
that is the
here?
main-
Yes,
yeah,
we
we are allowed. You
we're
can say that.
explicit. I clicked it on the thing.
Okay.
We're good. We're good to go.
I mean,
H.O.T.S. I'm like
yes,
it H.O.T.S.
It's all boobs.
A lot of boobs. It's about sorority.
They want to get back at
I mean,
the preppy sorority.
They want to get back
won't-
at
they won't let 'em in.
the other sorority that wouldn't let them in, right?
yeah.
So
So
they-
that
It's kind of like Revenge of the Nerds.
They're gonna take their boyfriends.
Revenge
is
of the
the
boobs.
plan, right?
yeah, their plan is to I'm gonna get them back by getting
Stealing
their dicks.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get all their guys and steal
Yeah.
those dicks and
Steal those dicks.
and we'll show them.
We weren't because
Yeah.
after a while we forgot what the plot was.
There was no real plot.
No, there
Not
wasn't.
really.
Eventually, there's a robot, a bear, a seal, and one of the cone heads.
Yes, there was a
Yeah,
comment at the
because
end.
that's very popular at the time.
Yeah.
So
And
let's go with
The
that.
budget had to have been for the seal and the band.
Yeah.
Because those
So-
can't be cheap.
I'm thinking $75 a day. What does this movie take? 3 days to make?
Probably.
I mean, it is just horrific. It is directed by Gerald Seth Sindel, and he's done basically nothing. And it's written by W. Terry Davis, Sherry Cafaro.
No, I wrote it.
Joe, oh, you wrote it.
Anyone wrote it.
Okay.
Anyone could write this movie.
I'm surprised that Spielberg didn't have a finger in this.
He probably had a finger in it, just not in the making of the movie.
A finger in it.
Yeah, it's kind of got a plot. It's got an idea. It's got basically. Hey,
Here's what happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
They said, we want to make a movie with playmates. Give us money.
Yeah.
To anybody. We'll have boobs in it.
Green
Yes.
light.
Here you go!
There you go.
Came out with the bag and dumped it on the table with cash.
That's when Papa Giorgio comes out and starts
Papa
throwing cash
Giorgio.
around. And it is. It's just.
So the beginning does have a
Yeah.
plot where it's
Yeah.
supposed to be the girls are taking over, because they feel left out of the other thing, but it completely is lost throughout shenanigans
It's-
and just there is so many things going on.
There's definitely at least an attempt to start the
It's-
story in the beginning
It's like
of this
they-
movie,
they're ripping
and it
off.
just gets lost.
It's like they take on of Animal House to some degree.
Well, it's supposed to be like, I think, Animal House type shenanigans.
Yes, it's
But-
a college movie with a sorority and with playmates, so it's
Yeah.
very well acted.
It sounds good on paper.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Who
I
would
got
not
4
want to?
top playmates. I'm
Yeah.
guessing that they were
There's
top.
3
you know.
centerfolds and one
Who's
just
just-
that appeared in
who's
the
in the
magazine.
magazine,
And a
yes.
Miss America candidate, I think.
So that's like that's a
Yeah,
big
who-
deal.
Why
That's
not?
gonna
We're
sell.
not going to make
Um,
this movie. We're going to have a good time making it.
So you've got, I guess, the 4 main girls in the movie. So you have Susan Kiger, who plays Honey Shane. She was in Chips and Starsky and Hutch.
Of course she
I
was.
misspelled Hutch.
Okay,
I
thanks.
did that.
You don't have to tell
You
everyone.
don't have to tell her your
Sorry, I
grammar.
apologize.
You're
I
an
felt-
English major, damn it.
I know.
Start acting
That
like
was a
it.
bad one.
You cheated.
Lisa London plays O'Hara, and she's the biggest star of the movie.
She's my crush.
Definitely the biggest.
Yeah, but now she's got
She
a
is
little
the
bit.
biggest.
She's in a couple things though.
Yeah, she has a career.
She was in
sort of.
Dragnet.
Who wasn't?
She was in Black
Oh,
Moon
the
Rising.
movie Dragnet?
Yes, yeah, the one with Tom Hanks and
What?
Dan Aykroyd. She's
I
in
know.
that. She plays Redhead, I
The
think.
only one I remember. Redhead.
Good for her.
She's
What's
also
it-
in Private Resort.
Never heard of it.
Johnny Depp.
Who's that?
Johnny Depp.
Never heard of it.
21 Jump Street.
Oh, with
Scissorhands.
with
Yeah.
Tatum O'Neal.
Yeah, Tatum Channing.
Tatum Channing.
Tatum Channing.
Oh, there's an old one.
Yeah. No.
They made a new one?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. Yes, that one.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's in that?
He is actually.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. So there's some girls in this movie, but they don't really do a whole lot, and they're not acting anything.
And you don't even know their names.
Yeah, you don't even know who they are.
They basically might as well acting.
Yeah.
Blouse open.
Because you hear their names once, but you get lost in it, and you don't, because they don't say it a whole lot.
And then, we're kind of talking during the movie.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
And there is a bear in it.
There's a bear in it.
There's also a man dressed as a bear. The
Yeah.
bear has a stunt double man.
You can't have the bear do everything.
And somehow he wasn't in the union, so he's not in the
Right.
credits.
Right.
There's a big issue.
The seal, though, did not have a stand-in.
No.
The seal had to do all his own shots.
Yeah.
Seal. I like the seal.
I did like the seal.
I like the seal. It was funny. I like seals and robots and bears and put them in my movie. And boobs.
The bear.
Boobs. Boobs, robots, seals, and bears, and a sassy black woman.
And that.
I'm sold.
And a hot air balloon that goes nowhere because you see the cables.
And they could not get the funding to let
Tethered
Yahoos
Yeah.
fly
Tethered down to the hot air balloon.
There was no on-site pilot.
There was also no attempt to hide the cords.
Yeah.
It was completely.
You saw all three. They even
It's a
went as
low
far to
budget
give us a
here.
wide shot. To
You
show us
practically
just
saw the
how-
guys holding it down.
Safety reasons.
Yeah.
You know? You can't hurt the playmates.
But other than that, guys, I loved it.
Did you really?
I had a good time watching it.
Yeah.
Probably if I watched it by myself, I would have turned it
You're
off.
hating it, right?
I like the last 15 minutes.
Yeah. The ending's great.
Yeah,
But it definitely, the things that we watch, for the most part, are just, if you did not watch them with somebody else,
You wouldn't watch these movies.
no.
No, most of these movies.
No,
you
not at
have
this
to watch
age.
with somebody.
At 14, I would have watched this by myself.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I would still probably. Yeah.
I might
probably-
watch it by myself.
I probably
later
would
tonight.
have taken the VCR and the TV into the bathroom
Yeah.
and just
VCR.
watched it there.
Yeah. This one I would definitely watch.
Whole Saturday.
Mike, what are you doing in there? Don't come in. I'm watching H.O.T.S. I'm taking a shower.
with the VCR.
I'm changing. Oh, God.
So when you
Trying
guys
to get
told me
changed.
that we were watching H.O.T.S, the biggest selling point was that you could see was Danny Bonaducci was in it, and he's like.
Is
a
he
second-
alive still?
I'm guessing.
I thought he died, right?
I think
He's
the-
dead.
He's the person living across the street screaming.
Oh, yeah, we have possibly
We have new neighbors.
Yes.
a mental, I don't know. Someone's
No.
screaming across the street, and we were outside on our break for a reunion, and we rushed back inside. It sounded like someone was being beaten, or
Right.
maybe they were
But-
mentally handicapped. I don't know.
That's
It was
basically what Danny's
it was
doing.
unsettling.
Yes.
When it's.
We'll see how this goes throughout the weeks too,
Yeah.
because you guys will be checking in.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to be
Tune
an
in next
ongoing,
week.
Yeah, an ongoing
What's
thing.
going on with Danny?
What's going on?
Danny Bonaducci lives across the street.
But the Danny Bonaducci, he was like barely a player in the movie. I mean, he was a
Dude.
very small part.
Yeah, he's in it.
You gotta put a
but
name in
I
it.
thought he would have been.
I'm sure
at
they
least
wanted. I'm
score.
sure they
I'm
wanted
gonna-
David Cassidy,
Come on.
You're not
but they
getting
ain't
You're
getting
not
David
getting
Cassidy.
You're not getting David Cassidy.
He's a big deal.
I mean,
He was playmates without being in movies. It's
True.
David Cassidy.
He gave it up on his own. He said, "I'm done with this.
yes.
I'm done." And he,
I was
women
born to play
ripping his
Hendrix.
clothes off. I played with Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
I'm a big deal,
Yeah.
man. People like me.
I mean, I like the cover of it is perfect. It is Animal House, but
Yes.
girls on it. But like, really, the art department just kind of ripped that off.
Well,
Yeah.
most movies do.
Yeah.
Minimal.
If
minimal
someone does
effort.
something good, you rip it off. You
Yeah.
repeat it, and you maybe twist it a little bit, and put your own flavor on it.
Yep.
You put boobs in it.
But basically, so
Big-
they
big
start
boobs.
this sorority. They
Yes.
they come up with the idea that where they're going to steal everybody's boyfriend. They get a house. They clean it up really quick with
Really.
minimal skills as well as minimal
It's,
wardrobe.
just some,
Yes.
it's not the Run to the Nerds montage.
No.
You know, because
It's more like Benny Hill.
Yeah, they threw a
Yeah.
little,
Yeah.
a little bit of everything in there.
And then they also end up finding out that the house that they have is also the house that criminals have hid their money in. And so there's two mobsters that
Well,
are
it's-
coming for the money.
the little sub story going on.
Yeah.
With the mobsters trying to get the money that.
Yeah. So
someone,
how are they going to
someone,
get in the
someone
house?
hid
It's
there
occupied
at some
kind
point.
of thing.
That was such a sub story.
It was, and it was
I
like.
mean, of all the ultimate
It was like
backdrop
$2,000.
stories.
It didn't look like a lot of money.
But in 1979, that's like $2 million.
Yeah, it is. That's a lot of money.
Do we know what the budget is? Those fucking things.
I
know it's
couldn't
96
find it.
minutes. So what do you figure?
Do you think they paid more
10
money?
cents a minute?
They paid more money for boobs or bears?
I think
they paid more money for Bonaducci.
I think
I think that's right.
I actually think the money went to commission the artwork on the DVD.
They didn't even know about DVDs back then.
No.
I was very surprised when the DVD was
came out in 2000.
You wouldn't expect me to own this on DVD, would you?
It wasn't that. I just didn't think somebody took the time to put this on DVD. I really thought you were going to come, slap down a VHS. I haven't seen a VHS movie in years. I was like, I want to see what the quality is of a used H.O.T.S movie.
No, this is DVD.
It's on DVD.
Yep.
It's a hell of a movie.
There's a trailer on it, too. They gave us some stuff.
It's bonus. There's bonus tracks.
But I should own this like on Betamax, but I don't.
And guess what, viewers? It is free on YouTube, uncut.
Yeah,
you could see.
You could watch what we're talking about.
You could see the greatest.
You should watch
the greatest ending ever. Just fast forward.
Yeah, if anything, you should watch the ending.
Yes. I hope people know who Danny Bonaducci is, right?
They have to.
We're not gonna have anybody that's like, who the fuck?
No. Because even if they
no
don't know
one's
Partridge,
listening anyway. But
no.
Even if they don't know Partridge, my wife is going to listen to this.
Is she?
Oh,
she better. Her husband's on it.
Lovely woman.
She should listen when your husband's not on. Her husband's not on.
She doesn't have time for that.
Okay, fine, fair enough.
But yeah, Danny Bonaducci, I think, still from Breaking Bonaducci when VH1 was putting out all their crazy, wacky,
zany TV
shows. When all those crazy TV shows on, I remember him.
I Love New York.
Yeah, right.
Was it back then, or was it?
No, that was around the same time. That was around the same time.
Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love, I think, was probably the same.
I'm reading
time.
the Wikipedia, and I didn't pick up on this, but running gag during the movie is the source of the name H.O.T.S. And while the closing credits reveal the name is an anagram of the first names of the four founders.
Yeah, we caught that at the end.
Yes,
but
it says the running gag.
Well, no, it wasn't a running gag, but in the beginning of the movie, they did ask, "Hey, what does H.O.T.S stand for?"
Oh, did they? They
and
keep asking.
Hold on to those suckers, and
no, I heard hold on to your sex.
I told them.
And then they whispered what it really meant, and they were like, "Ooh."
But we don't know that.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they say it's their names.
Hands off of those suckers. Hold on to that set. Yeah, you guys are right.
But
help out the seals.
Help out the seals. There was a seal.
That's an actually good one. Hold on to sex makes no sense to me.
It's the 70s. It doesn't matter. They had an above ground pool. That was just
so dark and gray there. It was just awful.
There's no lighting.
It's also they had to shoot this quick.
Yes,
they don't have a pool guy.
Well, they might have shot this.
And a bear swam in it probably twice.
Yeah, they shoot it. Yeah, they shoot the bear scene twice. The bear jumps.
You know, though, they do.
Climbs
this
a ladder.
is deceiving, though. 4 stars.
Who gave it 4
Mr.
stars?
Skin.
Mr. Skin.
But it's hot. That's his.
No, that makes sense.
Because Mr. Skin had to do no work on this. He didn't have to go fast forward to 2 hours and 12 minutes. He just had to say movie.
Yeah.
For a Skin movie?
Yeah, he just had to say movie.
This is 4 star.
Yeah.
You're watching Skinamax? It's a 4-star movie. You're watching...
No bush.
There is no bush.
There was that scene in the van.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, when they were head to toe.
Yeah, head to toe. They matched up.
I don't think there was a bush.
But no,
not too many movies where you see head to toe.
Also, the first scene is women's locker room.
We don't know what the boob count is, but I'm pretty sure.
We lost count.
The boob count.
We lost count.
I think it's an even number at least.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely an even number. That one girl was halfway up camera.
There's no one boob scene.
No. It's not like when you watch Total Recall.
Yeah,
that really
throws way the fuck off.
That's why Mr. Skin gave that one.
Seen that movie? 3.
So who wants to talk about the ending? Is that?
I think we can go right to the ending.
Want to go right to the ending?
I don't think. What else is there to say? You got anything? What do you think?
I mean, we talked about the bear, the man in the bear suit, for the because the bear obviously couldn't shoot all day.
They're making liquor.
Yep.
Making
White Lightning. White Lightning. Yeah.
We think that it could be remade today better.
It should probably.
Oh, it definitely should be remade.
There's certain movies, they remake everything that you love, movies you like. How about remaking movies that just
Stop making Total Recall. Stop
No one
making
wants-
Point Break. We
no
got
one-
those. They
yes,
were great.
They're good
Yeah.
already.
They're perfect.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Make H.O.T.S. again.
Make movies
Because you
that
messed up.
had small defects. They didn't work well. They had budget constraints. Some movies just didn't work. You can fix those movies
Easy.
and turn them into hits.
Turn them into
Because there's pieces of this movie that easily could have been.
It could have been.
You could have made this movie basically
Yes.
out of the Neighbors movie.
I was just gonna say it.
You know
It's
what I mean?
kind of like Neighbors now.
Yeah.
Neighbors 2.
I'm watching this and I'm
Or
thinking this
even-
could be Neighbors 2.
It could be, yeah.
They
Why not just
added-
call it H.O.T.S?
Right. They
Yeah.
added the family
You
next
have-
door.
Yeah.
I have to live next to these people.
Yeah.
Neighbors 2. Boom.
Yeah, movie made.
Good movie.
It's so
you get
damn
some stars
simple.
in there.
It's a decent movie,
Yeah.
man.
You
I
gotta
mean,
have the football scene
The football scene you could do now.
with someone compared to MASH.
Yeah. And then you compared it to what? Schindler's
This was
List?
compared to MASH because at the end they both
They
have
both play football.
Robert Altman would be turning in his grave right now.
That
But
ends right there.
It's also comparable to MASH because there's people in it.
Yes, there are people in it.
There are
people
actors.
in both movies.
Lunch was served.
I'm sure they all ate.
I don't know. Craft services, yes. I'm sure Danny Bonaducci
This is pretty good.
Had his own trailer.
had his own. I don't know if he had his own trailer.
He
but
probably had his own
He
trailer.
had his own tent.
We can only pay you $3,000.
Yeah,
I want my
tent.
own trailer. Sold.
Got it.
Yeah, I bet he had his own trailer.
He didn't get $3,000.
And he made sure that-
We really should have tried to get Danny Bonaducci to call in today. Because I
You know
doubt
what?
that was a
We
hard
could have
thing
had
to
him
do.
come here.
You know what? Maybe we should reach out to a few of these people. I could send anyone.
Oh my
The guy is
What the fuck was that?
back on the escalator
Someone
again.
yelling.
What is going
The
on?
screaming just happened.
What the fuck?
Terrified
Dude,
right
that
now,
sounded
man.
awful.
They have
Dude, that
walls
was
where there
louder
shouldn't
than
be.
all the other ones.
That was loud. We're inside now. Earlier we were outside.
Police, if you're listening,
Call the police.
come here. Call the police.
I don't even know what's. I don't even know where we are.
I looked back and Matt grabbed my leg.
I was
He was
scared.
scared. All right.
Oh, somebody.
If anyone out there is listening,
Oh, Jesus Christ. If this person across the street ends up dying, I'm going to feel terrible.
this
We're
could be
just
this
sitting
could be
here
the
like,
best show, guys.
This might be.
Be our number one show.
This is, I hope it is.
But there's something happening across the street,
Oh my God.
which is the movie we're watching next week.
Yes.
all right.
The priest just walked inside.
The power of Christ compels you, Michael.
Oh my God. I think they're just like remaking Prince of Darkness by John Carpenter.
Are they really? That's
Across
see,
the
that's a
street.
good
That's
movie
a
to
good movie,
remake.
man.
It didn't get the love. If you've seen
Because
Prince
let-
of Darkness, I don't know if Matt, you've seen that.
No.
Real quick, it just someone's trying to bring back Satan, or they find these pots in
Well,
this church.
all right, underneath this church, they find basically like this tube like cylinder like thing that's holding in evil, I guess you
Yeah.
could say, or Satan or whatever you want.
You
to call
had
it.
me at bringing back Satan.
They're bringing back Satan. Someone's having visions of like
Well,
there's
you
a
got
videotape.
Donald Pleasance in it. You've
Yes.
got Alice Cooper in it. You've got the one character from Big Trouble in China in it. And these scientists are basically going
They're
to
trying to
spend the night in
prevent
this
it.
place and
Yes.
study it.
And everything goes wrong.
Problem is, the movie tails off towards the end, but it's fucking
It's actually pretty good. I thought it was
excellent movie.
when we first started watching. I'm like, what is this
I was-
garbage?
no, it
was
was
it on? It was on.
I
we got
got-
a
I have-
10,
I have a
10 movie
multi-pack
DVD. Yeah, movie
of John
pack.
Carpenter movies.
And
yeah.
it was really good. I was shocked. It was really good. I didn't see it
Yeah.
before.
You can tell that we hated H.O.T.S. Just by
No, I gotta talk about the H.O.T.S ending.
Yeah, we have to talk about the
Alright.
hot ending because
Alright,
hot ending is the highlight.
we talked
This
about the
is the-
robot, the cone head. We talked right.
The
There's a cone head in
greatest.
the movie.
I'll compare this movie. All right, the greatest movie scenes, greatest movie endings.
Yeah, if you
Deer Hunter, the Russian roulette scene. You know, the opening to Rear Window. You know, it's not your fault scene in Goodwill Hunting.
Godfather 1 was one
Oh,
of the greatest.
yeah.
Good,
endings
bad,
ever.
the ending. Good,
The-
good, bad, and the ugly. The shootout scene at the end. You know, I mean, Planet of the Apes. The ending of Planet of the Apes. Probably my favorite ending of any movie I've ever seen.
Oh,
And then
Saving
Jack
Private
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah.
The Normandy beach scene. H.O.T.S. Strip football
Strip football per score.
per score.
You're
Titties
doing-
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. The best
So
the best
lose?
football huddle scene I've ever seen in my life.
But here's my question:
Was the octopus the titty scenes?
What were they playing for?
They just challenged.
That's a
them.
good question.
I don't remember.
I don't know
Was the strip
what.
game over?
No, yeah, and what
They
was
challenged
the
them?
winner gonna get?
Because at the
Oh,
end, the win
fuck.
there was nothing.
I don't
I have no
remember.
idea.
What was the winner gonna get?
You want to go on Wikipedia real quick? We'll figure this out.
I got it right here.
Welcome
I
to
just
the
watched
Video
it.
Rangers
To
podcast.
be honest, no,
Remember
I
when
bet
source
you there
for
is
information.
no, and there isn't.
I
We
don't-
could write it right now. We're
Yeah.
gonna write.
You want to make up what happens? You just want to fucking wing it?
I don't know. Climatic Game and
They were
Strip Club.
playing-
Who played
strip
For
Strip
a,
football
a
for
charity
score.
for O'Hara's mother who has back problems because of their creatively large breasts.
But it literally is. They
They
challenged
just
each other
challenged them.
to a game of football. It
I-
got upped again to strip
Yeah,
football
what was the bet?
during the wet T-shirt contest, and then at the end they played strip football. They all had to get down to just bottoms,
Well, they ran off the.
and then they pulled the girls' wig off.
They just ran off when it was when they were supposed to take their bottoms off. They just ran for it. The losing sorority.
Right when they were supposed to take their
They
bottoms.
weren't going to do that.
It was a one-score
fair enough.
game,
Fair enough.
which was. Whew, I mean, my heart was pumping.
Yeah.
But the funniest part of it is where they shot it. There's a rec league playing directly
Yeah.
behind
Yeah,
them
you
in
can tell.
basketball.
People were playing
They
basketball
were playing in
in
a
the
sports
background.
complex
Yes.
where one side there's a tennis match, the other side there's a basketball game, softball's going on in the back. It was just fucking nuts.
And
they
then
just
they
blocked
sh-
it off.
They had
with,
to
like,
block it
tarps
off
and shit.
because there were probably kids around.
There's no. It doesn't say in the Wikipedia what
Because
the.
there's no.
There's nothing.
There is no.
They just
this
challenged
movie made
them.
no sense.
They
knew
beat
that
them
nobody was
in
gonna notice.
the wet T-shirt contest.
Yeah.
And that's
We'll
when,
show
that's
you.
when the challenge. We'll show you.
Because
Look at our
the
game of
ones
football.
that lost wore green shirts. The wet T-shirt contest, ones wear white shirts, one wears green. When it gets wet, white
Yeah.
team's
Well,
gonna win.
Yeah, the joke was on the idiots that wore the green shirts.
I don't
supposed to be
know.
smart.
I know that. I just found out what the box office was. It
Oh,
made
all right.
1.4 million. I don't know what the budget was.
The
What
big
was
budget
budget?
couldn't have been $50,000. Could not.
100, maybe
No more than 100. All right, they made money.
And they made
They
money.
had to make money.
They made money.
In 1979 dollars, 1.4 million.
Danny
It's
Bonaducci
$100
ain't
million.
running you fucking a
Oh,
couple
$1.4 million.
$100,000.
You just made Star Wars.
Yes.
But to be honest,
Indiana Jones.
1.4 million in 1979 should have got you H.O.T.S too.
Yeah, right?
You would think, but you know what? It's not a Roger Corman movie. That's the problem. You make a Roger Corman
You can
movie.
make a Roger Corman
you can.
movie.
This is the guy that filmed the fucking takeover of the Roman Empire with like 3 guys in a bush. So that guy should have made this movie.
He made a lot of movies.
Yes, the guy's a genius.
And
And
he's never
he-
lost money.
And
Never
he
lost
brought a
money.
lot of talent with
Yeah.
him, you know.
But Joe Dante is from Roger Corman. Fucking.
I
And
would've
even,
loved Joe
you know,
Dante.
and he even took the old school guys. Like Vincent Price gets his rise from him. Then you get
Mhm.
fucking Bela Lugosi, and then you get fucking Boris Karloff later on in their later career. But you get them. And Jack Nicholson, I think, was in it.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson was. So was Fonda, Peter Fonda. So
Yeah.
was what's his name? The
James
Dennis
Cameron?
Hopper.
Yeah.
And they used to sleep in his studio on the floor, and then
Yeah.
they would shoot a movie.
Yeah.
You know. What was the thing I saw the other day?
Dedication.
Was when I told you I tried to go see Maniac, and I got the wrong movie.
Yeah.
It was a compilation disc, and it had a bunch of movies, and had Little Shop of Horrors on it.
Yeah.
But it
It's a
was
good one.
his Little Shop of
Yeah.
Horrors with Jack Nicholson in it
Really?
as
Oh,
Rick
really?
Moranis. He was the Rick
Oh,
Moranis
wow.
character. I never even knew that existed.
The original Little Shop of
Oh, you know
Horrors,
what?
Jack
I've heard
Nicholson,
of
I
that.
think he's in the movie, but the main character of the movie is the guy that appears in all the Joe Dante movies. He's in Gremlins. He's the neighbor, Billy's neighbor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
that's the guy. Me,
But
Rick
they-
Moranis.
that was-
Burbs.
that was
the
a-
Garbage Man.
Yes, he's in every Joe Dante movie.
That was an original. I mean, I never knew that there was a movie before.
No,
Little
because
Shop
growing
of
up in the
Horrors.
'80s, we fucking just saw the first one.
Yeah.
Or
Steve
the
Martin.
one we know. Like, yeah.
And I just noticed that
That's a
Matt,
good one,
Matt
too,
has
though.
a sweatshirt with a unicorn and a
Yes.
rainbow.
He's wearing.
He had a vest on before hiding that. That is a swanky.
Well, aren't you an
Swanky
investor in
hoodie.
Squatty Potty?
I'm not sure. I may be.
Okay.
Where did you get that hoodie from?
Stephen Barry's, where you can get the best
Barry's
T-shirts
for $7.99.
or less.
All right, Stephen Barry's the sponsor of the show.
All right, Stephen Barry's.
So Stephen Barry's, they went out of business, but when they went out of business, they sold hoodies for $5.99. I saw one with a unicorn on it, and my eyes locked.
Rainbow.
And how do you not get it? It was right next to the NYPD one, and I said,
I think my aunt had a pillow with that unicorn on it.
she might have. It has a stain because I've had it for a while.
Oh, okay.
But it does have.
Oh,
the
it still
S&B.
has the S&B on it.
Says
Stephen Barry's.
Yeah,
He's not lying.
I also do have a pair of Stephon Marbury sneakers
Nice.
that they sold for $7.99.
Nice.
And where? And Stephen
Not
Barry's
bad.
is no longer in business?
No,
No,
they
I
might
don't
have
think they
one
are.
store left, but they kind of overdid it when everyone said, "Hey, how are they selling sweatshirts and sneakers for $7.99?" They couldn't. It was you couldn't do
That's
it.
why you can't.
That's why they all went out of business.
All right.
But I took advantage.
All right.
So that's it for H.O.T.S, right?
I think so.
We got nothing else.
I that's all I
That's
I
all I
squeezed the
got.
lemon, guys.
Yeah.
That's all
I tried to
I'll
go.
just say, just as a must watch. You can skip ahead.
Oh yeah.
If you watch it with buddies, it's gonna be
I
funny.
think you should skip
Yeah,
ahead.
no, it was a good time just to sit down and watch it.
It's the
but
greatest ending
Yeah.
ever.
That football game is definitely worth a
Like,
watch.
of course I'm watching this. If you're a red-blooded American male who's against communism, you're watching this damn movie.
Yep.
Even if you're for communism, you're gonna watch
You're
it.
Yeah.
probably still watching this movie. You should watch it.
Putin's watching this.
Boobs for everybody.
Yeah.
That should have been the tagline.
I was gonna say, make America
Yeah.
boobs again.
Make America boobs.
Boobs for everyone.
Now,
if everyone
if they
had
want to
boobs
build
in their life,
a
there'd be,
boob wall,
there'd be
I'll
less.
support that.
There'd be less shootings in schools if everyone had boobs in their life.
That's true. All right.
All right. You want to take a break?
We can.
Okay.
You want to
We'll take a small break,
All right.
Let's do this.
real quick.
All right.
All right. Oh yeah.
So we on commercial break?
We're on commercial break.
That's still going. What are we at? About 30, 40 minutes? Not even.
We are at 30 minutes.
All right. That's,
Wow,
that's
guys.
pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
For
It
H.O.T.S.
was a good 30 minutes because the kid getting killed across the street was.
That was really
That's still 3 minutes.
that was really harsh though.
I'm a
When
little
he was,
scared about what's going on over there.
I was driving up here and I was like, these are like, I like this place. I want to see about
Yeah.
this place. And then like, I kept thinking, and then I was like, I missed his road
Yeah.
because I was like, that's a driveway.
Yeah. That's.
And then I looked down and it's just like this one-way street. And I was like, I don't want to go down.
I
I'm
know.
not going down there.
I know. I know.
But I totally passed it. And the next one is like that too.
I know. I
Arcadia.
didn't know until. Yeah. It's like, oh.
But it was like, this is really out there. You know, I could get out of here. I'm too much in the city setting.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like, and then this kid screaming.
Yeah.
That's kind of when you want to be in the city setting,
Yeah.
because then everyone else will call the police.
Yeah. Oh man. That's fun.
So when you got one of these emulator,
Yeah, we
Things
both
too.
we both got one. Yeah.
and you had a friend fix it,
Yeah. I listened to like another podcast called the Retro Warriors, and I was like asking him because I knew he had one. And I was asking him about it, and he was like, eventually he was just like, you know what, man, if you just want to send it to me, I'll just load you up with what I have.
that was nice.
You know. And I was
People are
like,
nice like that.
And I was like, yeah, I'll pay you, you know, whatever. And like, you know, I like sent him like the 2 SD cards and put like money in it for so he can ship it back and everything.
Oh, so he didn't really charge you. You just did like a
Yeah.
self-addressed stamp kind of thing.
Basically, yeah. And then I was just like, all right, well, I'll like, you know, I mean, like,
It's incredible.
I donated to his Patreon, you know, like just as a thank you because it was, but it's pretty crazy how well it works.
For such a small.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I've been calling Target every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
'Cause I want the classic
Yeah.
because I have a 4-year-old
Yeah.
and she can play that game now. She
Yeah.
can play Mario,
Yeah.
and I want her to play it.
Yeah.
This thing, look how tiny that is.
Yeah.
And you just plug it right in.
Well, if you open up the classic, it's basically
It's that. It's probably that.
size.
Oh, I'm sure it's
you
that.
know,
I'm sure.
yeah, it's similar. It runs off of like. This,
But that's like
this
when you
small
guys
chip.
did. I was talking to Dietz earlier. Like when you guys did your top 30,
Mm,
and it was funny because like Excite Bike number 30.
yeah.
when you're a kid, Excitebike's probably one of the
Yeah.
right. But when
Yeah.
you really think about it, that game doesn't.
Doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't last.
Yeah.
That doesn't play.
Yeah.
You know, like I watched Goonies last night.
Yeah.
Goonies fucking lasts.
Yeah.
It keeps going.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when you said it, I really thought you guys were gonna put my favorite two games.
Yeah.
Besides like Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah.
Are Kirby, Bubble Bobble.
Yeah.
And I thought you guys were gonna be like
No, I
nerdy,
love those
Kirby, Bubble Bobble. They're silly games, but you put them high.
Yeah.
Those are fun games.
We looked at it from the perspective. First of all, we had to fight because like he has a different. You know, we both like different things.
Yeah, I remember Dietz was like I remember Dietz was a Final Fantasy.
Yeah. We just like different things, so it was a tough. We had to compromise on the list.
I brought a couple beers.
But overall, we pretty much agreed on what was good and what was bad.
I went to Dietz's house. I remember that. I think it was one of the first times I took the bus to Dietz's house, and then he was playing.
Did I show you a game? I don't remember this.
Yeah, you were playing a Ninja Gaiden, but like a newer one.
Oh, I was playing Shinobi probably.
Shinobi.
Mm-hmm.
It was dope.
Oh.
And then he was also super into GT.
That was
what was that?
Grand Theft Auto 3?
No, not Grand Theft Auto. It was a
Gran
racing
Turismo.
Gran Turismo. He had built like this Subaru,
Yeah.
and he was like all about it. And
Dude, I was a gamer then.
I couldn't hang with him,
Yeah.
right? But
Dude, you were good, man.
No.
I ever played wrestling at your house. You were good at the WCW.
You know what I was great at?
I used to love that game. WCW
we used to skip school.
and Blitz. You were good at Blitz.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
They used to bring kids to my house. He came to my house,
Yeah.
right? We played. This is a true story.
Yeah.
He was like the man.
Yeah.
He beat everybody. They brought him to my house. He walked in, and he's gonna beat me.
Yeah.
And I beat him.
So you're Lucas.
I beat him 5 times.
Yeah.
When he left, he looked at me. Dietz looked at me in the eyes and goes, "You're still not better than me." And he left.
I don't remember this.
I remember this because they used to bring. They brought Trotta to my house.
Trotta was good.
Trotta was good.
They brought
Trotta.
Jose Cruz.
Yeah.
These were like the kids.
Yeah.
They brought me to
Okay,
Usman's
so-
house, and I had to beat their neighbor.
Yeah.
And
That was
remember that?
because the
And
kid
his-
was talking mad
his name was
shit.
his name was Mike Chapman or something, or Matt
He was
Chapman.
talking. He was like 10 years old or something.
Yeah,
if
he talked
that.
so much
He
shit to
made
his
him
brothers,
cry.
right? And then I beat him like
Yeah.
easy.
I don't remember playing and you beating me.
I beat you 5 times.
I mean,
and you
I
left,
just don't remember.
and you just said, "You're still not better." And I was just like, "All right." It was like that NBA Jam were like those are the
Yeah.
only games I was good at.
Yeah, no, I remember that because I used to play with I used to play with people and I used to beat a lot.
You know what?
And then people would say,
I used to
actually,
tell
I need to
people-
play him and like. Yeah.
This is why people weren't good at it. They weren't using yellow buttons.
Yeah.
Straight.
Oh yeah, it's a move.
I used to play. The first time I learned about it, me and Trotta during NFA went to. Who was that black kid who lived down who just lived down the street? Who went out with Jane Cosbot's sister?
Yeah.
He's a pilot. We went to his house. He remembers his name.
Is it Jerson?
No, it's
No.
like Security or.
Yeah, it was a weird name.
Yeah. He
We went to
played
his
bass.
house and he beat the shit out of us. And I'm like, how the fuck? Like, you just destroyed us. Like,
Yeah, you used
like-
to- you used
and he's
to-
like, you got a strafe. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh!
Or the right and left.
Because the
buttons.
yellow buttons, and that's why a lot of people suck at the
Yeah.
game. Because they were just using the joystick, and that's
Yeah.
it. If you're strafing, you're destroying people.
No.
But yeah,
We
WCW
used to-
Raw.
I used to love playing at your house.
People used to
Because
skip
there'd be like
school.
100 characters in the game.
We
You play
had
4 and 4.
Everyone would
Like,
skip school. We'd have 5 guys playing basketball, 5 guys playing
Yeah.
I love the assassins. What was it
Pat
called?
Road
Pat Road Assassins.
That's funny, man.
And the guidance counselor bought his house, and they threw a pumpkin at his door. The guy with his underwear was always hanging out.
Scully?
Yeah.
This is all filming, by the way.
Oh, okay, good.
I was kind of thinking, I was like, man, I'll just leave it. Just don't say anything too bad that we get in trouble.
Well, see, that's the thing. How is this gonna? If that's picking up our voices,
Yep.
and if this is,
I'll tell you what I'm
how
going to do.
does it sync
To
up,
be
it
honest
might,
with you,
it might be shitty. I don't know.
I
How does that
think
work?
what I'm going to do is this is going to be, like, this is what I'm thinking. I post this video
Mhm.
basically as is on YouTube with this audio and everything.
With this
And it
too,
could
like-
be like if you go to our YouTube channel, you get a bigger experience kind of thing.
Now, did you check what it looked like? Did you get behind
Well, it
there?
shoots in HD, I mean.
No, but is it everyone's in the shot?
Oh, yeah,
You know
no,
what
it's
I'm
a
saying?
it's a fisheye.
Okay, so we're
all-
okay.
The shoes are in it. You know.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I would have cleaned it up more and put posters up.
That's okay.
I forgot.
First time. Look how I did my Let's Play today. I just fucking filmed.
I saw it. Yeah.
It doesn't look great.
That game that's like a Japanese game, and that's it.
Yeah, you know what? The only thing that sucks about it?
I don't think
there's a lot of slowdown. There's a shitload of slowdown on that.
Remember Mr. Scully bought your house?
Yeah, do I remember? Yeah, I mean,
remember, like me and Mike went to the house and he threw a pumpkin. Like,
the funniest thing was
threw a pumpkin at his door.
Strack, when he used to throw his parties, they drove over there and left a keg on the
I
door.
remember that.
But
I forgot about that.
Like, I was never great friends with all those kids, but like they kept attacking this man's house.
Everyone
like,
gets hurt. They hurt.
My parents made money on that house. So he didn't do anything.
Because Mike
bad.
was doing shit to his house, and everyone
well, you know,
just kind of spread.
The thing was, Mike and Mike had they had a hatred. He was his guidance counselor.
Oh, he hated
They
him.
didn't like each other.
Yeah.
So
He's my guidance counselor too.
I had a good guidance counselor.
And speaking of James Kostenblatt, he tried to get into Tufts University, which is like a great school. It's
Tufts University H.O.T.S. I want to get in the H.O.T.S.
So he tried to get into Tufts University, which is like a really hard school, and he gave it to his thing to Mr. Scully was his guidance counselor, and he never sent it in.
Yeah.
It passed the thing. That's why he went to Boston University.
But
how fucking
that kid's in smart. I went to elementary school.
Me too.
James.
South Temple Hill.
Temple Hill. You went to Temple Hill? But I was in a lot of his classes. He was always
but how
smart.
fucking devastating. Not that he didn't go to a good school, but his number one school was Tufts. And your fucking guidance counselor doesn't hand that in?
That's terrible. What I'm saying.
I heard his son was a scumbag too.
Probably is.
I don't know.
Mr. Scully's what teacher's underwear? His underwear was always hanging out.
Yeah,
remember that? Like his whitey tight whitey was hanging out of his pants. Like he was a dirtbag.
Maybe he's like, but back then,
no, but yeah, I know
he was like white trash with his underwear hanging out.
Oh, Mr. Scully, he came to Mr. Tabano's room once, and Mr. Tabano picked him up he hid behind the door, and he came in and was like, "Hey, where's Tabano?" We all said, "Oh, he left. He was behind the door," and he was like, "Yeah, you guys should listen. He's a bad teacher." He came up and he picked him up like warrior pressed him, and he was like, "Put me down!" That's the guy I'm trying to find next. Tabano.
Mr. Tabano.
Alright, should I
what are we talking about? First of all, what are we going
into? I have no idea. What are we talking about?
We
should have just talked about that.
I know, we can't use names though, right? Like,
that's the problem. So I'll have to edit.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Is this still going on?
Yeah.
Who the hell knows who Mr. Tabano is in
I don't care about that.
Yeah, but I kind of just shitted on his son.
So what?
I mean, I don't
20
care.
years later.
I don't care.
They're not going to see this. We got 6 views on video.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll edit it later. Alright. What are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
Do you want to talk
about the sports movies? And I don't have a top 10.
I don't have
Is that something you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about...
You suggested it, and...
I suggested that. I was just spitballing.
You want to make a top 5 real quick?
Spitballing.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't have a list.
You could do that. We could do the porno booths.
Porno, talk about video.
I think that has legs.
Talk about porno boots?
I think it's fun that you guys did Video Rangers. And it's kind of like that's your spot, and how we all lived literally within a 3-mile radius, but we had crazy amounts. Yeah, that's all it took. This is what Video Bin and I got.
A barcode?
No, ours did not have barcodes.
No. Oh, it's even cheaper than they were cheapskates.
It was laminated. They did laminated in front of you. Even the original one. Just think about when Blockbuster came out.
My mom's signature.
So what was the other one?
It was Video Rangers.
I think this one was in the shop Big V Plaza.
Big V Plaza.
Right? And then this moved to Captain Video.
Yeah. Captain Video was the big one?
King. It's
Captain Video.
A dental place now.
When that place, they basically absorbed that company.
Yeah.
And built Captain Video.
It says a Captain Video company.
Right.
So this was some kind of sublet of that.
This was right around the same time as Blockbuster. There was that huge one at Big V Plaza.
Yes. Well,
Big
V Plaza moved.
It moved
over to where
across the street.
Across the street to that big one.
Okay.
Towards where those banks
across
are.
from where Burger King was.
Where those banks are.
And then Blockbuster came in, but that was midnight.
It was there for a while. That Captain
Video was there for a while.
It didn't move
my
till
brother
like
got
98, 99.
Oh,
it was there for 6 years. Oh, wait. Okay.
Yeah. And we're back.
Oh, we're back.
We opened with a beer can.
And we're talking about
And we're
local.
moving on to local video stores, I guess.
I used to
and their
rent
porn
movies
section.
at RX Place. Remember
RX?
RX Place?
Where was RX Place?
Next to Price Chopper and J.C. Penney's North Plank Road.
Oh wow! I remember when JCPenney was
Yeah,
there.
there was a place called RX
Yeah.
Place. It was kind of like your.
Got a haircut there once.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like your all around like
Was it
weird
a pharmacy
stuff.
kind
Yeah, it
of
was like
thing?
a pharmacy. It had a rental place. So, like your mom would go there shopping. It was like a Walgreens,
Yeah.
but it had a rental place, and so your mom would say, "Don't bother me. I'm going to get my hair products."
Yeah.
You go in the other. You would go get a $1 rental.
Yeah.
And I remember that was being one of the places I went to.
There was a bunch, man.
We had a ton in our town.
We had so many.
We had like 4 or 5.
So mine was Video Playhouse.
Years of video class. I lived next to Family
close.
Vision.
Family Vision was just down the
It
street.
was the one that was right next to me. Then, going further down the street where Midway is, there was
Yeah.
Video Bin 1.
Video
Yes.
bin.
And then over by where Napoli's Pizza was Video Bin 2.
That's where the pizza
think.
place is now, right?
Yeah.
Or the Chinese. Which one was it?
I don't know, Ice Cream City.
And
a bunch
before
of
Was it
other
the
those-
Chinese and
They
yeah.
were Video Playhouse.
Yeah,
Right. So then they became Video Bins. Ours went out of business.
yeah.
And it really ruined the whole dynamic of going.
I'd
to the
imagine.
business. We had a comic book store, a
Yeah.
video store, and a pizza place.
Yeah.
I mean, I like had it.
If you owned a video store back then, your best bet was to sell it by about 90, 91 to get maximum value, because how much longer were DVDs coming in and people were
I
scared?
think if you got rid of it
and
by
then-
95, you were great.
No.
You were great.
I think they
No,
all
because
like
no one was. No,
clubs.
everyone knew by 95 it was done for. You had to get out by like
Do you,
90.
yeah. Do you think
You
anyone
had to get
really-
out by 90, 92.
Well, all right, well,
Seriously,
I'll
because it
tell you
was.
what.
You just knew something. There was change on the horizon. Like DVDs, it's one thing to change format, but being in that business, you had to have known that digital was coming. That maybe people were telling you. You know what I'm saying?
From what I watched,
Digital was only like 99, 2000 when you started getting. They started mailing movies back and forth. That was
2000.
Netflix was mailing movies before they were a digital.
Yeah, I know, because I
streaming.
had
But
the
not
service.
2000.
They tried-
2000.
That's when he
They
grabbed
went
it.
I
to
think we're
Block.
going
They
to
went
Block.
to. They went to
Around
Blockbuster Netflix and tried to like do something with them. And Blockbuster just kind of laughed at them.
Yeah.
They didn't want anything to do with it. Or, you know, they're too big to fail. Right.
But that had been 2000.
That was like 2000.
Yeah,
No, that was like
2005.
2000, 2003. Probably not. Well, those movies were getting mailed around 2000. You can mail your movie. You get a movie. You order it. And mail. It comes
I
in the
didn't
mail.
join
You mail it
Netflix
back.
till right around.
And it was cheap. Blockbuster was expensive. Every movie, every video game was like $5, $5-6.
Very expensive.
I thought that was a lot.
You got a fee if you didn't rewind it.
And and you went to fucking Blockbuster and you
Yeah.
couldn't get the shit you wanted.
You couldn't
I
get-
would go there and be like, I can't rent
You
Critters.
could only
Where
get
the fuck is
softcore
Critters?
porn.
Where the
Yeah.
fuck is Critters?
Yes, I want to watch Critters
I want
too.
to watch
Where
Critters,
is
damn
that?
it.
I'll tell you, I could get a lot of foreign movies at Blockbuster.
Yeah, well, they had a section.
Yeah, they had.
But Captain Video was so big that they had a John Wayne section just to fill up space. It was just fucking.
That place was enormous.
Yeah, it was.
That was the thing. That place was
That place
so
was
big.
giant. Way bigger than the Blockbuster was.
Yeah, but the Blockbuster took over.
Well, Blockbuster had the guaranteed new release kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Where they would get 30 copies of
Yeah, yeah.
of the
I
newest
remember
movie.
looking at the
And
wall.
that's why people went
Whole
to them.
walls of Home Alone.
Yeah.
You know,
Even that's early.
Even that Captain Video, I remember seeing that. 'Cause Captain Video was a big deal still. It was Blockbuster and Captain Video. Captain Video was like Blockbuster.
Yeah,
It was
they
a
really
franchise.
Captain
It
Video
was
was
a
the
big
one
they were
thing. It was a
gone.
big deal. Kept
Captain
free
Video-
popcorn every movie you rented.
Captain Video was the video store that my parents had to drive me to. The Family Vision one was the one I could ride my bike to.
Yeah.
So I would go there, and they were all a small place. They only had one copy of the movie.
But
Yeah.
that also made you watch other copies of movies. Like
That
that.
go all on the cover art was my choices.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like I had, like I said, I had Video Playhouse, and Video Playhouse, yeah, it would be the same thing. They have, I want to see Terminator 2. There's only 2 Terminator 2s. They're gone.
Yeah.
Some guy rented them, and
Yeah.
they're gone for the week. So I would have to watch Fright Night, or I would
Yeah.
something that I saw, and I was like, I gotta watch something. I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
something. I got $1.
Like I remember when my aunt took me to the video store one time, and I was looking at the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I just saw the cover, and I was like, I kind of want to see this movie, and she was just like, I don't think you're gonna
I don't
like this
think you're
movie.
gonna wanna
'Cause
watch
I was
it.
probably like 8 years old, and I remember renting it. And
You saw Rocky
like,
Horror
what the fuck
Picture
is
Show
going
at 8
on?
years old?
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say. Your aunt is awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
She
oh,
let you
dude,
rent
she
that?
let me. I watched the Toxic Avenger on USA All Night.
great movie.
Yeah, But I watched it on USA One Night and get an edited version of it. So she took me to the video store one time, and I was like, oh, I want to see the plastic render. She watched it with me the whole time, looking at me like, is this supposed to be going on right now? Is this acceptable? Don't tell your parents.
It's definitely not acceptable,
Yeah.
but it's acceptable. Like my dad would wait till my mom would go like on a trip to Atlantic City with her sisters, and he'd be like, "Want to see a dead body?" And he'd
Yeah.
pop Stand By Me in,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, and
What,
then,
the
I'd
dead
come, he'd be
body?
like, "Don't tell your mom," and my mom would come home, and I'd be like, "Mom, guess what? We watched Stand By Me,"
Yeah,
you know,
man.
like.
But we, you know, it was funny about that. It's like, all right, I'll watch like a sex comedy would be something that was like kind of off limits, or your parents would be upset about. And but it was perfectly acceptable for my dad to make me watch like Kickboxer or Bloodsport.
Yeah, the
or,
violence kind of thing.
Yeah.
I wonder how many you think there's still any mom and pop video rental stores?
Yes, there is actually 3C Video in Monroe.
Not there anymore.
It's not there.
No.
That's the last place
drove-
I
I
went
drove
that
past
had
it.
videos.
When
There
I
was
went
one-
to college in Cobleskill, there was still a video rental store, which is a college town, but very small. There
Yeah.
wasn't a whole lot there. And guess what we rented as a group in my dorm?
Sleepaway Camp.
The Matrix.
At the Houston 600. Wow. Do you know what that is?
That's the one with the
I've never
gangbang
done
of the
Big
girl
gang
Houston.
bang. And we all watched the Houston 600 for a few hours because we're 20 years old, and why the fuck not? I didn't watch the ending,
It was you missed out.
so who knows?
600 comes.
Maybe I think she went past 600. I think someone told me that. But
Good for her.
how many times? You know what I mean? You can't rent
She's
this.
a real
You
trooper.
can't rent the Houston 600 at Blockbuster.
You grabbing
It's a
the mic like a
family
radio
show.
personality.
I know.
Hey.
Hey, I'm important. Fuck you, America. I'm talking about whatever I want.
The Houston
WKRP
600.
live in Cincinnati.
I like how they tried to make it sound like the Cannonball Run.
I just remember
Cannonball.
and
Cannonball.
I just felt weird watching porn with other men. Just me.
Yeah.
It was more like we're just like watching
I feel
zoo
weird
animals. I
talking
felt I was
about
watching
You
zoo
also-
animals.
you
I was
also-
at a zoo.
You also did. I did catch that you said Cobleskill.
Cobleskill,
Cobleskill.
New York.
And that we just lost the Cobleskill.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
There's Cobleskill
Oh,
viewers.
scary.
We just
Harry
lost
County.
the one guy in Cobleskill that's listening to
Scary
us.
County.
The one guy that owns a computer in Cobleskill.
Oh boy, he just lost.
Oh, he's gone.
Gone now. He
Fuck
has second
you.
chance.
Fighting
Hey,
words.
escape. You had an escape button to get out of it.
Escape.
That's how we just deleted our video. You just hit escape button.
Yeah, you're looking at two Cobleskill alums.
That's listen, you guys went to Cobleskill. That's at least a place. I went to Morrisville.
Warrenville has a wrestling team.
Exact
Morrisville
double.
doesn't have a McDonald's.
They have a jail. Don't they have a jail?
No, they've got
Yeah.
nothing. They've got a
Yeah.
street and a post office.
You know what Cobleskill
That's
had?
it.
They just built, when I got there, they built KFC/Taco Bell.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't
Put them
have
on the
that.
fucking map.
No, you know,
I had to drive.
There was a
30
Walmart
minutes
down
to
the
get
road.
something.
There was a Walmart not too far away either.
Cobleskill had a Sears that was not attached to anything.
No
It's just
way.
a
You never-
Sears.
No anchor. It wasn't
Put
an
on
anchor
your
store.
Sunday's best
Not an
kid.
anchor
We're
store.
going
We're
to
going to
Sears,
Sears.
but not attached to a mall.
That's crazy.
Beat you. It was the weirdest thing.
See, at least no, you had places to go to.
Well, the whole
we
town.
didn't go to. Hey, it's Friday night.
But
we
if
go to
you,
class.
I had nothing.
I went to a
Nothing.
bar and I stole their liquor license out of the window.
That's great.
And I wish I still had it. I could open my own bar.
I
Right?
got in trouble because for one of my classes we had to make pamphlets, and like it was a computer graphics kind of class. We had to make like pamphlets, and my pamphlet was top 25 things to do in Morrisville. Number 1, cow tipping. You know, and like I had all kinds of trouble because the teacher was from there. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, college, man.
Good times, man.
Yeah.
Good time.
That's the college experience in New York. You go somewhere upstate that smells like cow shit.
My
Good.
smell like cow shit.
You know, and if you're not in Albany or Buffalo or Syracuse, you're just fucked.
Didn't have the grades.
No. No.
Didn't have the grades.
Join us next time when we attempt to kill ourselves.
Yes.
No, we still had a good time.
Yeah. A good
We had
time.
a great time. I broke a kid's ankle playing basketball. I mean, that's the highlight of my life. Like literally, the ambulance came in. I broke his ankle.
What did you do? Step on him?
No,
He went tap 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 tap. Crossover
He
song.
tried to take a shot, and
Shake and bake.
I told him he would never take a shot on me. I blocked it. He landed on on his ankle. He broke his ankle. First shot he took.
Did you really?
It's one of the greatest highlights. It's the greatest sports highlight of my life.
That's great. That is awesome.
I didn't apologize.
Sport highlight of my life. Breaking ankles, son.
Breaking ankles.
So what are we talking about next?
We're talking about
What were we talking about?
Don't you have like a feud with our
No one
last
knows.
guest?
Oh, that guy. I don't even know how you found this guy. This Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
My mom used to call him that.
Where'd you get this Yahoo?
She'd go, oh, you're going, is Santa
We
Claus
imported
taking
him
you
from
back
Russia.
to school?
I don't know.
Santa Claus.
She would say that. Is Santa Claus? Oh, he's got bread.
What?
Yeah, I've run into him time and again, but
He dimed you out, I heard.
yeah, we'll get into that another time.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, he's very little class. He wouldn't have understood the movie H.O.T.S. It's good you didn't bring him in this time.
We didn't think he was gonna like H.O.T.S.
Did you think he would like Last American Virgin?
Yes.
Right up his alley.
Yes.
Naked abortions.
Yes. Nazi
Yeah.
propaganda.
You were right. You definitely fucking pegged that guy.
Yeah.
He is a communist.
It was between that or Youngblood. We don't know that. But we'll get to
I don't
it.
think he even knows anything about Youngblood. It's about hockey. I don't think he understands that.
No?
No.
I think he played hockey. I saw him once on pond.
In the summer.
In the summer.
That kid went to the school upstate too.
Yeah.
He went to an upstate school. That's how we do it.
He's the only person I know that went to more schools than me.
Mm-hmm.
Should be a doctor by now.
Yeah. I went to 6. I think he went to 8.
He's a traveling man.
Yeah.
I do know a story about him, and I think we can tell it here.
Yeah, I don't. I should.
He
sure, why not?
went to
We
the
gotta fill time.
he went to the University of Tennessee.
Yes, he did.
The volunteers.
Which was unbelievable. I mean, you know, out of New York, most of us go to New York schools or around the tri-state area.
Jersey, Connecticut.
Well,
and
in
stuff.
movies, you always go far away, though.
So he went to
You always go
Tennessee, and
somewhere else.
Nebraska.
one of the funniest things I ever heard was he went to Tennessee, and at the time, Justin Gatlin went to Tennessee. If you don't know what Justin Gatlin was, he's a track star, U.S. track star. He's the fastest American, and he won. He was the fastest man on earth before Usain Bolt. He had won a gold medal.
Yeah.
And he lived on the same floor as your Santa Claus guest. and they were both from New York with these Southern boys. And your last guest, you know, big guy, and from New York, and the other guy, the fastest man on earth from Brooklyn. They became friends
Oh, okay.
playing Madden football, and it was the only time in history where you could see the fastest man on earth and the slowest man on earth in the same room.
That's pretty amazing.
Oh god.
That's boom right there.
Drop the mic.
He just dropped the mic.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
That's hilarious.
That's a good story right there from University of Tennessee, Knoxville. I don't know.
Knoxville?
It's the only place I know.
Somewhere down.
I don't know if he's listening. He just got roasted.
Ooh. He's gonna have to come back on.
He's gonna be angry.
Yes, he is.
He knew it was coming. That is also a good story.
Yeah.
No,
No, that
yes,
is pretty. I didn't even. I never
Two
even heard
guys
of it.
from New York meet each other. Fastest guy, slowest guy. Also around for when Peyton Manning played.
He was there for that.
Yeah. Who was the star athlete when we were in Cobleskill?
Me?
Joe
Joe
Santo.
Santo.
Oh!
We used to go watch him play.
Remember we stole we stole the flyers. Like they had like pamphlets, and one of them had like there was numbers on them. And if you got called, you got to take a shot at halftime to win
Yes.
something. And we like
You took
we
it.
took a bunch of them. I took the shot, and we got called.
Did you make it?
I missed it.
No.
fucking
Jesus
bullshit,
Christ.
man.
Why didn't you play?
He definitely could have.
Yeah, why didn't you
I
play?
drank too much beer.
Yeah.
We played every day.
I showed up to
I
baseball
gave
practice.
up. I
fucked
gave up
a
on
lot.
basketball.
Man.
I started drinking. I realized I wasn't gonna make it. So I
Yeah,
was
but you
just
could
partying.
definitely play junior college basketball.
It's a possibility.
We played.
There's no, you know what it is? I can still play basketball, right? So what's the
I
point
can
of
do
giving
all
up all my time? And if you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could, you know what I mean? I could do it when I play whenever I want instead of having to play games and then sit on the fucking bench probably.
Let me bring something up. the man on my right
Yes.
used to dunk basketball.
He can dunk.
Can you still dunk?
No. No.
I was introduced to him at the New Windsor Rec.
Oh.
And this guy who was a normal sized man, I mean, he's not, I'm sitting right next to him right now.
A normal sized white male.
He is not
5'8"?
6'10". How tall are you?
No, he's
Like 6 foot.
6 foot, normal sized man.
That's actually a little bit
Could
above
jump
average.
out of the building.
Could jump out of the building.
Yeah.
It was
That's correct.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
He
but
dunked.
not anymore, man. Not anymore.
They said, this kid's name's Little. I said, what? His name should be Springs or, like, he could
Springs.
jump so high. Dunking basketball.
Call him
Not
Triple
anymore,
E.
man.
You, said, you should have had a show on the road.
Oh god. Yeah, now I'm like the slow. I was playing basketball like
I'm
2
the
years
slow
ago.
guy.
I developed a jump shot to compensate for the fact that I can't do anything else anymore. It's awful. Pat's still good. Pat can still get around.
Oh.
He was a good athlete. He was
Well, he's in
all-around
shape.
good.
He goes to Gold's Gym.
Well, there you go.
Brings a jug of water with him.
Jug of water.
I heard he's against the jug of water.
He wouldn't
You know,
like
I
to
think
play
he is,
that.
but he also might have it like in his locker. You know?
It's a secret.
Oh, we just found a secret door.
All right.
Let's see where that takes us.
It's gonna take us to our next topic.
What's the next topic?
We don't know what it is.
We're unprepared. This is a shitty show.
Captain America's here.
Captain America. Oh, the bobblehead.
So is our baby.
Guys, I really hope this doesn't become my 2 for 2. I was on one other podcast and it went totally belly up after I went on it.
No.
So if you guys go belly up, it's your fault.
We can keep making these. We're also the producers.
Oh, nice.
We can make these if it sucks forever,
Yeah.
no matter what.
You might get a DVD made
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah.
Just
Because
like
this
that.
movie's
We
terrible. And
Well,
it was
we'll-
pressed
we'll-
up and
we'll-
sold
you
in
know,
Best Buy.
We'll just start being hacks.
That's where I got it.
We'll buy some strippers to come in, be on the show, and we'll do like some Opie and Anthony kind of thing.
Well, we're gonna have to film
we'll
that.
do the wiffle ball bat challenge. I don't
The
know.
what
We'll just start
challenge?
stealing.
I didn't know what that was. Is
I
that
don't
when you
know
hit
what
somebody?
it-
But then I started thinking like, wait, you just said strippers and wiffle.
Yeah,
balls.
you got me.
Yeah, I found that.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
We gotta think of our own ideas. I'm gonna steal. See, it's not a.
we
think-
can do something
we-
just as dirty and racist.
Yes.
Don't think we can't. Opie and
We-
Anthony.
It's a visual gag. That's why I always thought it was stupid on Opie and Anthony. I always
Well,
I was an Opie and Anthony fan when they were actually a thing.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
you, Opie and Anthony.
yeah.
I liked when they actually talked about movies and things instead of when they did things. Anyway,
Yeah, whatever. Let's talk about our show.
we're talking about our show.
So let's do the. I'm gonna put my foot down.
All right.
Go ahead.
Let's do the old, before Blockbuster, getting Skinamax, before everything. You had the bead section. You had the swinging.
You did.
I say cowboy doors. You guys say what is it?
We had beads.
The saloon door.
Saloon doors.
Right. And there was the triple X section.
Yep.
Now,
Big box section.
thinking about this is something because I guess now the generation now with the internet having any porn type thing you ever want, how crazy it was that a mom and pop shop was renting,
No.
not selling, renting triple X pornography to people that they saw in their neighborhoods,
Yeah.
right? And not only that, you probably had your kids in there.
Yep.
You'd walk in there, knowing that the last guy who rented that just jerked off,
His fingers are on
and then
it.
took that and put it back, and then you're gonna take
You're
that.
gonna
Everything about it is so fucking bizarre to
No.
me.
Yeah.
I remember being
Because-
a kid and just like looking in there.
Sure,
I could see
sure.
everything.
But just because it had the
See,
doors,
naked
the
girls.
beads.
If you can wrap your head around the concept of Mrs. Henderson is the clerk of the local video store, and Mr. Johnson is Mrs. Henderson's daughter's softball coach.
Right.
And he's just walked out with a
Mr.
copy
Henderson.
of Stick It Up My Fucking Ass as Far as You Can
Part 3.
in Dallas.
Yeah, right.
Like,
And the thing is, like, you had to rent it.
yeah.
Like, you weren't borrowing it. I mean,
No.
you weren't buying it.
Yeah. This wasn't going home with you, private collection, buying it at the Wiz where nobody knows
Right,
your
because
name.
everything now is so private. Like, you don't know what somebody watches. You don't know. There's websites for everything. But no,
Yeah.
this was a huge, like, I mean, come on, man. Like, you knew everyone's secrets were just out there.
Yeah. It was crazy, man.
It could be your school teacher.
Yeah, I know. It's just I couldn't. The whole idea of it was just nuts, and we were so small at the time. You know, like we were there when before we those saloon doors made no sense. We could look right under them.
Yeah, right. And my saloon doors were right next to the Nintendo Classic games. So like I'm doing that, and there's like guys just going through saloon doors, and I'm like, all right, I can't go in there. The saloon doors, I'm not allowed.
Yeah.
Obviously, saloon doors means I can't go in there.
Yeah, it wasn't like anybody was paying attention.
No, if I just snuck in there, no, I literally could have walked under saloon doors.
Yes,
but
they would have never saw them open.
But
the beads is when it got tricky.
But it's such a weird. To me, it's such a weird thing in today's society where it's such a. It gets to the thing of the show Westworld.
Yeah.
Not the movie Westworld, but the show Westworld, and it's where you go out and you live your fantasy. You so you kill people, you rape people, like whatever.
Yeah.
Like that. If that's what people want to do, they pay a lot of. You got to pay a lot of money. It's like $40,000 a day. So it's rich people are doing that.
Mm.
But in real life, who would? That has to be the ultra rich. Who would subject themselves to that? Because there might be another person who's just rich, and he'll be like, God damn, I just saw. Donald Trump in there.
Yeah.
Or I just saw name like a billionaire.
Yeah.
I just saw him in Westworld when I was with my family on vacation. We went on like an Oregon Trail type thing where he was out there just shooting whores in the head. Everything is private now. The internet made it so that you don't have to do that. You don't have to go to peep shows.
Yeah.
Those are gone.
The embarrassment is gone. The
Right.
shame of doing things like this is gone.
But I know people, like friends, like, and they would see their friends' dads go in there.
Yeah.
And that's funny. That's hilarious. But like, that's some shit. Like, you gotta fucking have a time and a room, like, to get a video like that.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, the only thing that's left is basically going into the sex store to buy the adult sex bookstore goods that you don't necessarily need to buy from there anymore, but people do it out of. Because you don't really like you don't ever go on the internet really and be like, all right, I need to buy this dildo because I'm planning on getting really fucking crazy in 2 to 3 business days.
Yeah, right. But there is in my town we do have a huge adult bookstore.
Yeah.
But like you literally don't have to go to that. You could probably go to that adult bookstore website.
Yeah. That
same one. They're going to get the same business, but they still are there.
They're still there because people. This is something that's done like kind of spur of the moment. Like, hey, let's. We've just been at the bar for 4 or 5 drinks. Let's go buy it.
But it might also be like that's kind of like how that because what's right next to it is a store called Alice in Videoland, the last mom and pop shop rental store of Kingston.
You still have a mom and pop?
No, that went out of business 3 years ago. But next, the one that is in business is the adult bookstore.
That's crazy. There was actually a video store left, probably around 2006 on Broadway in Newburgh, called Bonsai Video.
Next to the Elbow Room.
Yes, next to the Elbow Room.
We went
in. Me and him went in there one time, and it was a porn store.
So it was all porn.
All porn. So we walked around for a little bit. We see something.
You couldn't rent anything.
I was like, hey, can I buy this? I was like, no. Wouldn't let me buy it.
You couldn't rent or buy anything.
It was the weirdest thing
ever.
It was
strange.
Would not let me buy it.
So what was it? A front?
That's what we thought.
Or maybe these were already previously placed orders and they were just boxing them up.
It didn't make any sense.
So he wouldn't let you buy it or rent it. They're on display.
It made no sense.
No.
I remember Bonsai. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Now, when I go, because I travel for my job like throughout the state, I go to all these like, I'm up in like Hudson, New York, or something like that. So I'll Google like shit while I'm up there. Is there any video stores left? And I always get a listing, but then I drive to it and nothing's there. But supposedly there is a store up in the Catskills, a mom and pop store that's somewhere up there, that is still renting videos for the people that go up there for summer homes and shit like that.
Yeah.
I gotta find it.
But you don't know what town it's in?
It was like 11 miles. When I was in Hudson, it was like 11 miles from there.
My dad works in Hudson.
Yeah. So it was like somewhere north of that.
Oh, north. No way. I'm south of Hudson.
Yeah. Well, once you cross Kingston, you end up in a part of New York that I don't quite understand.
It's a different place.
It's like upstate New York becomes the South.
Yeah.
It
It's
also,
different.
Like,
It's
I'm
just
talking
different. I'm not
upstate.
making
I'm
fun
talking
of it.
way upstate.
We're kind of still in that weird metro area where it's
Yeah,
No,
not
we're
what it
still a
is.
suburb of the
Yeah,
city.
yeah.
So we're 60 miles out.
Yeah, we're like when people think of upstate New York,
If
automatically.
you're from the
we're-
city, we're
yeah,
a farm.
Yes,
but
we're, yeah.
honestly,
Well, whatever.
if you go further up, I'm talking about past Kingston.
Yes, when you go into
It's
Albany,
like-
because then you
Green
get
County.
It
Catskill,
starts
yeah.
becoming very more like
Very rural.
very rural,
Yeah.
very more farms, more like a
Yeah.
southern atmosphere.
Yeah.
Even though it is
now
New
if
York.
you're in the city of Albany, totally different. Then you're in a
Yes,
yes.
the cities, the Buffalo,
Yeah.
the Albany's, your Syracuses are
Yeah.
yes, they're
Well, when you're
urban.
in fucking, you know,
Schoharie-
Herkimer, New York,
Schoharie
you know,
County.
so-
Herkimer's got the mines.
The Five Finger Lakes.
Yes.
You know.
If you go up there, though, those would seem like the places that would have the mom and pop
Yeah.
rental store. They're keeping out corporations.
Well,
so when I'm in
looking.
towns like that, I'm in a Goodwill looking for a Nintendo game.
We had
And I'm
in
looking for
Coleskill, New York, at college.
videos.
We had a local video store. It was a big video store, and I'm looking online, and I can't find anything about it. So I'm thinking it went bust. I don't know.
It probably
Because
did,
I
right?
know
Because
at
you don't
college
need
you
these
get
things
you
anymore.
get a movie channel at college
Yeah,
now.
I remember
So
I
I
was-
imagine kids aren't really going.
We have Netflix now.
And porn's free.
Yeah, yeah.
And
We have
porn's
Netflix
free.
now.
That too. They got all this stuff. They don't need kids aren't renting
I mean,
videos anymore. I remember we rented
We've
videos.
been out of
though.
college for a while. The last video I
Yes.
rented in college was Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. So this is.
Yeah, that's a good question. What was the last movie you rented?
Oh,
Can
last
you
movie I
remember?
rented? No, because we were
Could you
still
remember?
Blockbuster was around for a while. So.
No, I couldn't remember.
I wouldn't remember either. Could you have any idea?
All right,
though?
I'll tell you what. I can give you the era of when the all right. When Blockbuster was going out of business, I acquired some movies,
Mhm.
and I think the newest one I acquired at the time was like iRobot. So that was like the last
2004?
time
Yeah, they were selling
I was in a
movies.
video.
2005, 2004.
I think that's even later because Kevin was still living here when I was going to Blockbuster.
So I remember the last one I got because they started selling movies, which was like the sign of the
Yes.
time that it was going out of business.
Yeah, it
Lost
selling
was
games and
rentable.
Was
movies.
in the bedroom.
Yes.
We rented Lost.
Yeah.
In the bedroom with Marissa Tomei,
In the
and
bedroom.
that was the last movie I remember getting from them. But I bought it.
Yeah.
But renting, I used to get that pass because they were trying to keep up with Netflix, so you could rent it. You could
Well,
give $15 a
They
month.
started renting.
And you
Blockbuster
could
started
get as much as
nailing
you
them out
wanted.
too. And then yeah,
But the
movies dropped. Blockbuster went from $5-6 a rental to a fucking dollar.
It was
too.
$15. You
Dirt
paid for the
cheap.
month,
Yeah.
and you could rent as
It's
much
like-
as
Yeah,
you wanted.
that's
So
what
I
I
used to
did.
just go every day and get two. Every day I'd get
Mhm.
two.
See, this is what I like about when you can go to Blockbuster. I can rent Eddie Murphy Raw
Mm.
at Blockbuster. You can't necessarily get that on Netflix anytime you want. And maybe it's somewhere online.
Well, now it's on stream.
Now it's anywhere. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, you
but
can
there-
go on anything.
Even a few years ago, you couldn't just get anything.
Well, Netflix was so
There's a lot of
limited
stuff.
a few years ago, and it even it still
It's
is
just
now.
getting better and
But
better.
you
though.
know what was great about
But, like,
Blockbuster?
can
though?
I rent Ferris Bueller's Day
Or-
Off? Can I find that online
You might be
easily?
able to. But here's the thing, like, all right,
Yes, but can I get H.O.T.S? Can I get
No,
Maniac?
you can't get hot.
You
Can
know
I
what
get
I-
Maniac? Can
No.
I get Basket Case?
Basket case you can.
do you know like the movie that the difference now? What was great about the video stores is that you would go and you would rent a movie that you didn't even know you wanted
Mhm.
because you were going off of what the cover looked like. So
But it's also what wasn't there.
yeah, if like you
I'm not
went to
going
go
home
rent
empty-handed.
Independence Day and it wasn't there, you might stumble onto something
find
fucking
something
crazy.
else.
Like,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
like,
I'm not going
like
home.
Jack Frost. Remember that shitty fucking movie?
Or
with
Michael
Yeah.
Snowman?
Keaton, right?
Yes.
No,
He was
the
the
horror
voice.
movie.
He was a voice.
No, I'm talking about the horror movie. Jack
Oh,
Frost.
okay.
The one where like he
Yeah, that
kills
was
the girl
something else.
with his
Or maybe you found Baby's Kids.
carrot. Yeah, I rented a lot of Baby's Kids. I liked that movie a lot. when
We
I was
don't
small.
die, we multiply.
Exactly. Hey man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tone Loc was the
Tone
baby.
Loc.
It was
It's an awful video game.
But that's the shit I'm talking about. I would rent things like that. You know.
You rent Baby Kids?
Yeah, man.
Well,
I
if you
like
had-
He
Baby.
was a good. I can't. His name was Robin.
Robin Williams.
No,
It was not Robin.
the
It's
comedian.
Robin. It's Robin
The
Harris.
dude was
Robin
a great
Harris.
stand-up.
Very funny. He was in
Great. He was in Do the Right
House
Thing.
Party, man.
House Party. That's what I was trying to do.
And he's
House-
great
the
in
fun-
House
He's a
Party.
great
Hilarious.
stand-up.
I love how he does his
Yeah,
little.
he is.
He does a little stand-up bit and he breaks the party up.
He's
It's
Bernie
one of the
Mac before
stand-ups.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie
Yes.
Mac.
Yes,
Oh.
he was.
That's another show.
Yeah.
Robin Harris, very, very.
Had it
No one knows
underrated,
a lot about it.
underrated,
Yes.
and his comedy is great. When he goes on that tangent in House Party, when he's yelling at all the kids at the party,
That's part of his act,
just
but it's
too bad.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
great,
he's
right?
great. That's like one of the best parts of the
Well, that's how
movie.
he got babies, kids.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta
Pretty much,
you
yeah.
gotta earn
It's
that
too bad
shit.
he
was
passed
really
away.
good.
He's doing after, but
Yeah.
he was Bernie Mac before Bernie Mac, and Bernie Mac probably was Bernie Mac then.
Well, Bernie
at the
Mac
same
was
time.
great. Bernie Mac.
No,
I'm not taking anything
disrespect
away
to
from
Bernie
him.
Mac, but
Yeah.
he made it before Bernie Mac made
Yeah.
it big too.
Bernie
I'm
Mac,
sure Bernie
too.
Mac was doing his own thing.
Bernie Mac is incredible, and it was because I see someone like Steve Harvey and all of them going up. Like,
Yeah,
Bernie Mac
King
was already
County.
past all that. Like Bernie Mac had the Bernie Mac show. He was
Yeah,
winning
yeah,
Peabody Awards. Like Bernie Mac would have been big time.
Peabody Award. Yeah, man, it was. The video store was great. You didn't get nothing to do. You just went to the video store. Maybe you looked around.
You just need $1.
Yeah.
We would loiter there.
Yeah. Remember how often we
being
were
like
going?
16, 17 years old, 17 years old, we had cars, and we just hung out in front of block bars. We didn't rent anything. We just hang out, bullshit,
Yeah.
talking.
Strange things are afoot. Circle K.
Yes, indeed.
It is true. You did really.
We
just
did that at least
meet up
once or
kids,
twice.
see what they were doing.
I loved Blockbuster.
Did you work at Blockbuster?
No, I worked at Hollywood Video.
It's a rival.
It's terrible.
Didn't
Terrible
last too long.
experience. Their organization skills.
It's a
were
Mavis
shit.
now.
Yeah, it is.
Mavis Tire
That
Store.
was a shitty job. I thought it was gonna be great, but the.
Oh, it was good for you.
It was good for me.
Quentin
'cause I was in-
Tarantino worked at a video store.
Yeah, but I didn't
He
get to
bought
work
it.
at a mom and pop
Did
video
he?
store.
Yeah.
Oh, he
You know
had
what's
money.
cool?
He had money like that?
No,
Oh,
after.
Oh, afterwards.
He bought it.
After. He was going to film school at night at some point.
What was great? Recently, I've been probably in the past year. I've been to RST Video in Jersey, where Kevin Smith did Clerks.
Sure.
You know, the place that's attached
Uh-huh.
to the Quick Stop.
So is
Yep.
that's open?
It's not open. It's open in terms of like it's an empty store, and you can look inside and there is videos inside, like in boxes on the floor.
so it's just
The RST sign is still there.
okay.
The Quick Stop is still next door, and when you go into the
Is
Quick Stop,
Is Cunts Fuck 5 there?
I did not see that.
Okay.
Wait,
Well-
is a quick stop still?
The Quick Stop is still there. It actually has like a poster for Clerks in there, but it's not nice inside at all. It is a real fucking shithole.
I'm sure it looks.
And
Where is it
very-
in New Jersey?
Fuck, it's like Red Bank, like outside of Red Bank, like the town next to
So
it.
he didn't buy that? I would have thought he would.
No, you would have. But I've been honest with you, man. If you go and you see it, they ended up building like an apartment building in front of it. This place is almost hidden now, and the fucking parking lot is so damn tiny that like your car is actually hanging halfway into the street. It's fucking crazy, man. Like, it's almost and there's a Wawa down the street. You know, it's just.
Yeah.
They make good sandwiches.
The
Yeah.
thing with Tarantino's video shop in like LA was after he made he bought it.
Yeah.
It was probably a nice place, though. I imagine.
It was just a little
Or a big
place.
place?
It was a small,
Or a
no,
good
small.
place?
It's a small place that had every movie, you know. And he ended up buying it. He took the money, he invested in it, and just bought it. So it's still open.
Yeah.
You know, you can still rent movies.
There's still
there.
rent movies there.
It's
That's
like,
fine.
but it's his. He owns it. But
Well,
he
he's
wasn't
a
gonna let
big,
it close.
See, there will always be some rental place, but it'll be an experience.
Yeah.
That's why I think
There'll
he
be-
did
not
something like
many, not many, but I think people will
Here's the
still.
thing. At some point, just basically, if we look at the way things are going, people are listening to vinyl again. People are buying Nintendos that
Yeah,
weren't alive when
sure.
the Nintendo was
Yes.
around. There will be that wave of,
Oh yeah, there
Video
was a
stores.
hippie
It will
wave in
happen.
the '80s. Yeah.
you know,
it
it
happens.
might be small, it might make zero impact, but there will be that guy that tries to bring back video stores, and he will fail.
It's just
But
hard.
I
will-
It's
fail.
no,
Yeah.
it's just hard to bring back because like when they bring back vinyl, like I have vinyl at my house.
Yeah.
Like I also have CDs. Like I
Yeah.
do buy CDs.
Yeah.
I don't get MP3s or I mean if someone can send me something, but I don't have an MP3 player per se. But I buy vinyl. I have CDs. But the vinyl is you can always go back to how it sounds.
Sound
The sound
quality.
of it is better.
You get the crackle.
Right,
yeah.
but the VHS compared to the DVD is like they're not even gonna make the VHSs anymore. Like vinyl, they still make
Yeah.
because the artist still wants
Yeah.
that.
It's weird right now because there is that audience that thinks VHS is just great, and I buy from a guy at the local flea market that that is just all about Betamax and VHS. And while I agree with him, I do appreciate the box art. It's just when it comes to quality and ease of use and reliability, I just rather have the DVD.
But you're gonna need to see, like, you would need, like, the people that really push vinyl were the artists.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, I want my stuff pressed like my heroes had their stuff. Like, no one's gonna
Movies
be like,
don't
I
do-
want.
actors don't
There's not gonna
care.
be new directors that
Or
are gonna be
directors
like,
don't care.
listen, I have to have this on VHS because no one does.
I don't give a shit.
Trash Humpers
Okay.
by Corinne.
Oh,
Harmony Corinne. That's what it's called. Trash Humpers.
It is called Trash Humpers.
Yeah. He filmed that on VHS. He's filmed that on a VHS handheld
Yeah.
and edited it on a VHS 2 decks.
Yeah.
And the original plot, the original premise for it was he was just gonna leave it
Yeah, I read that.
on a street
Yeah.
and let someone find it and let that be released to the masses.
Whatever they do with it.
Right, whatever they do
They
with
probably
it.
like 20 of them out there.
Because it was so bizarre
Yeah.
that it would be like, this will make the news, this will make, and it's video, but it's so
I like the idea.
There are
No,
certain
but
great
you don't know what's
things
gonna
about,
happen.
about editing,
I like that idea.
deck to deck, you know, if you've ever dubbed, but it's not
Here's
something
the problem. If someone takes the video, how is he going to be able to get it back?
because no, he didn't want anything
No,
to
he
do
just
with
Oh,
it.
you would just get out.
Yeah, it was
I
going to
leave
be
it-
like that.
I leave it at a skate park.
Which is
someone,
awesome, man.
Someone finds
That's
it,
great.
they
That is
play
a very
it,
interesting
they
idea.
play it, and then
Yes.
it's so. I'm gonna let you guys. It's so
Do whatever you
fucking
want with
bizarre that they're definitely going to go to the next level. Like they're gonna go to the cops. They're gonna go to because it's like I found this video and
What the
it's
fuck?
really disturbing. And then you watch it and it's 90 minutes or no, it's probably like 75
if
minutes.
you go into YouTube deep enough, there's videos that are just.
But
I think they're doing the same thing.
This
They're
is a
just
guy
very
that
disturbing.
made Spring Breakers. That like he worked with you know
Yeah.
Selena Gomez and James Frank. Like he's legit. You know, like he wrote Kids at 18.
Yeah.
He was just gonna
I've seen Kids.
shoot this movie
They all
and
got
read
AIDS.
it.
My whole high school learned how to fucking
Spoilers.
roll a blunt to kids. It's like,
That was one of the most
Everybody.
scariest movies.
wasn't that freaky?
Yeah, it was
Because we
scary.
grew up in that generation.
Yeah.
The generation where we literally feared getting AIDS.
Yeah, man.
So nobody was fucking.
Everyone got AIDS.
Nobody. Right? Like, that
I
whole-
was least afraid of getting someone pregnant. I was so afraid of like I'm gonna
Yeah.
get AIDS.
We had some crazy.
It was
shit.
awful. It was an awful time. The 90s
I would
was
always
not
be
a
like,
time
I'm gonna
for
get-
sexual promiscuity.
No,
Like,
it wasn't the 80s.
This is the.
Yeah.
You don't want to get something incurable.
You just
Like
had that
herpes
fear.
or
Like
something.
guys had a fear of getting AIDS, and girls had a fear of being called a chicken head. It made
Yeah.
no fucking sense. 90s were terrible. It was the classes
It was-
that were 2
it
to 3
was
years
huge
younger than us
fear.
that were like all Britney Spears up and didn't give a fuck.
They,
I just wanna
think
live
they,
in that time.
They made it more than
I
it
think
was.
if you look at the numbers wise though, they did better than us. The ones that are younger than us,
Yeah.
they weren't as bad. They didn't do as many drugs and they didn't. They
well,
weren't living
that's
hot
what,
stuff.
that was the difference. Like we were getting wrecked. We were getting bussed into the local bodega with book bags to buy 40 ounces
That's
at
true,
14
too.
years old.
Walk right down the street.
Yeah. It was a great time. Porno mags in the woods.
Meisterbrow. It's a very nostalgic episode.
Did you have a Meisterbrow?
I
I
never
would totally see that in
No,
your woods,
but
right?
when I
No,
was-
wait. Did you have a Meisterbrow sign in your bar?
No.
Your house?
When I was a kid, I used to find Meisterbrow cans in the woods.
Of course.
I think they stopped making it.
At Pussy Rock.
Pussy Rock.
Pussy
Remember
Rock.
Pussy Rock?
I was a Newburgh
It's
kid.
still there.
I got brought to Pussy Rock after I was 21.
It's
Oh,
still there.
I know it's still there.
Pussy Rock.
It's
Remember
not,
the
it's starting
circle?
to get overgrown.
I brought a girl to the penis
circle.
tree, and
Oh my god.
and she brought me to the Pussy Rock.
I haven't
brought you
heard
Pussy
these
Rock.
names in the penis tree.
If she's listening.
There used to be vines you can climb on top of Pussy Rock. They've broken. So it's a little more difficult to get on
So you had a
top.
different experience at Pussy Rock.
Well, you can still.
I just nailed a chick at Pussy Rock.
Did you really?
You were climbing vines.
I was 5 years old climbing vines.
It was 7.
I was 7.
I
I was nailing girls at 7. So I had to leave the show earlier. I don't know if anyone noticed.
No, what?
Did you go across the street to see what was going on?
No, I did get text messages from my wife, and they said SOS. I ignored it.
That means help.
And then
You ignored
and
it.
then 5 minutes later, there's an emergency out here.
I just want to
So I was like, fuck, what's going on? Did a dog die or
say, you did
something?
leave, yes.
She hit
So
Lou.
then I left, and this is what the emergency was. She wanted me to put Netflix on. To fix Netflix.
I thought there was a crisis going
So
on.
did
I did too, dude.
We almost
So did
stopped
I.
the
We
show.
almost. I didn't
I
know any
almost
of this
stopped it
meant.
myself.
I'm
and
looking
I'm
at it like,
Should we keep going? I was looking at his finger, and I was like,
And I'm like,
I feel like I should pause
I'm
this.
like, if it was a real emergency, you would have done something.
open
more
the
than
door.
text. Yes.
Let's let the viewers know she is right outside.
Yes.
She
Yes.
could have just.
But I was like, what the what could it be?
I want to watch beaches,
And
damn it.
I'm like half, I'm like a little half in the bag. We haven't watched Netflix in a while. I gotta figure it out. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't figure this out right now. I'm flustered. So I didn't figure it out.
Oh man.
No,
We're gonna be
so
in a
no
doghouse.
No Netflix.
Doghouse.
Do you want to sign on to my Netflix? Let me do
I
that.
have it. I just couldn't remember.
Oh, you have to.
I had
Put
a
the
Roku.
computer in?
What do you
I had a
want?
Roku.
Why would you want to watch Netflix?
Give her-
H.O.T.S is
give
not
her
on
one.
Netflix.
I should have told her what H.O.T.S.
Yeah, you want to give it to her?
I think she's in the movie.
Wow.
Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah.
Well,
You
you
take
could.
this back.
win.
This
She
is
could-
actually
she
the
comes
commercial for ShopRite's Can Cans, though.
Oh.
You could not rent movie at ShopRite.
No, but
You
you could
could
have
at
Price
Price
Chopper.
Chopper.
Price Chopper.
You could.
See, I had to go.
That's
I had
gone.
to go with my
It's gone
mom
now.
shopping a lot, and she would always just say, "Go into the video section."
Yeah.
Price Chopper,
Those
because that was
neon-
wall
They did
bounds.
have
That
it.
was wall bounds. Became Price Chopper, and then it had a video
Yeah.
section. Like,
They did. That's
Boom,
right. Make
go
some more
you
money. Why not?
and then Art's Place.
Do you remember Suncoast Video?
Yes.
Like
Didn't last. That was a nice place.
Suncoast was a great place because it had everything.
They
Everything
did.
you
They had. They
You
had
could
movies
pay
you
to
could not.
It was
find.
expensive.
They had movies you couldn't
$20.
find.
Shit, you could buy posters. Yeah.
You had movies you couldn't find there.
Yeah.
Anywhere
No,
else.
it was Suncoast was like a movie warehouse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was expensive.
It was expensive. Sam Goody was expensive. But CDs were expensive. Remember how much CDs used to cost?
Sure.
Remember $25 for a CD?
What was the place over by C.B. Driscoll's? That's
Strawberries.
and then it was strawberries. It became like a few things.
Oh, yeah,
It was like
some
coconuts.
coconuts.
Just
Strawberry.
named after
Yeah.
fruit.
We'd go there on breaks from school. Like
Yeah.
we'd have.
I
class
bought
off,
Use
we'd
Your
just drive
Illusion
there.
You know, like it was a big deal.
When we were in high school, we could go off campus, so we'd go to McDonald's or go to Strawberries,
Yeah.
and we'd do that.
Yeah. And that was like the big thing was parental advisory.
Oh,
So I had to
yeah,
have-
I can't
Remember
give a
that?
shit.
I used to have to get Santa Claus to buy him for me.
Santa Claus.
He's gonna hate me.
Is that when your feud
I'm
started?
always gonna be so
So
mad.
mad. I've never called him Santa Claus.
He put it out there.
We've
though.
known each other for 20 years. No, that it's all gonna culminate.
Let's
Yeah.
burn them up. Put them on blast.
Yeah.
Put them on blast.
This is his
Can't wait
his
till he
verse.
comes back.
I think he's gonna have. I think he's gonna have something to say.
Yeah.
You think?
I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Oh man. What else we got? We got anything else? I didn't plan anything. My preparations turned out shit.
We're unprofessional.
Yeah. No idea.
I think this is very professional. Just
Yeah.
let it go from the heart.
Well, we've got.
That's a lot
We've
of.
got
We're all
these
hard.
things.
We're all hard.
When I walked in, I said, "Holy cow!" For for everyone that's been listening, this is one of the most professional-looking studios.
It does. It looks.
Yeah,
We
I
got
mean,
computers.
imagine-
We got laptops.
Imagine Howard Stern when he was on E. I'm not gonna say Howard Stern now because I don't know. I don't listen to him. I don't know where he is now. But imagine Howard Stern on E when it was a great. I used to watch that at Dietz's
Yeah,
house.
That
I
was
used to watch
great.
Howard Stern.
Oh, it
with
was great.
and
We loved-
imagine that studio,
Great fun.
and then add $1 million. That's what this place looks like. It's
We're not getting.
it's
we're
very
not getting paid.
professional. Did you see this microphone? I keep going too close, but
No,
No,
you're
you're
fine.
fine.
Trust
It's
me,
great.
you're
I'm
fine.
watching the thing.
leveling
I'm
out.
just as close.
And everything around it
We
is
got a,
great. You
we got
got
a table. We got a legal
We got-
pad.
We got a television.
a legal pad
Yeah.
that's legal.
We've got video games. We got TV.
There's
Everything
a
we
pair
need.
of original Air Pennies in here. They might be signed by Air Penny. I don't know. There's a Fran Tarkenton signed ball. So
We got a lot of sandals. On the,
we got sandals. We got wildlife.
got a purse bag.
We have a tree. And,
Hopefully the video works. We are video recording on video arrangements.
I think they can see that.
Yeah, but it might not work.
It's gonna work.
It's definitely gonna work.
It's gonna work.
It's pointed right at me.
If the issue's gonna be,
So we got a good scene of that.
Terrible.
The problem's gonna be how well can I edit it? That will be the issue.
Yes.
No, this is the bonus stuff.
Yes.
This is for the real fans.
So when we
So
totally,
I will be downloading this.
this will be funny. We'll upload it as a complete thing, and then hopefully nobody gets upset for the stuff in the middle. I don't think anybody will.
We're really handing up this stuff.
I
You
know
have
there
to
were-
watch a lot to get to that part.
There was also a guy, we can't say their name, but they mentioned this podcast on Facebook.
I
And
saw somebody.
they wanted
yeah.
the Skalula Bunny Wild Weasel
Oh,
story,
the Wild
Weasel
which I
story.
think we
Who
should.
was there for that? Were you there for that?
I was
I've
definitely not
I've
there
heard,
for that.
I've heard the
I've heard
story.
several
Oh,
stories.
really?
I've heard this story before. When I
Because-
saw them talking about it, I was like, I remember that.
Yeah.
I was not there for
Well,
that.
they tied someone was tied
Who
up.
wants to tell this? Who knows the story? Do you know it?
I know the story.
I know pieces.
I
of
just
the
thought you
I
might
know
want to
the
save
story,
the
too.
story. Do
No,
you
I
want to
can-
know the
maybe
story?
we
Well,
should
do we
save
know
it.
anybody that's been there?
I think I know
Then I'm
the
gonna,
captain of the team who moved out west and was the captain of the track team.
All right.
Oh.
Since we can't get anybody
We
to come
probably-
here and talk about
I
it,
think
whoever
we can
knows
talk
the
about
story
this
the
another
best.
time.
You want to save it?
I think we should save it.
I think you
Alright.
should
It
save
is the end of the
You
towards
know
the
what?
end of the show.
If we ever get you and Santa Claus in the
then
same
we can
room,
tell that story.
You
then.
might not
So-
get us in the same room. It's going to come to
After this episode, maybe not.
We'll tell the story.
He might be mad at all of us.
why?
I don't know.
What'd you do?
Let me on.
I love this guy, huh?
He's a delight, pleasure.
We went to college. We're college roommates.
Yeah.
We weren't.
He
really
looks like
close.
he's 18 still. With the little
I know. I didn't.
silver fox.
I didn't shave for this.
What are you doing?
Neither
with
did
the
I.
unicorn shirt.
You
Hey,
still get ID'd?
I've been ID. I'm 35. I've been ID in the last 2 years. I've been ID to go to R-rated movies.
that's
Which
that's
is-
the real telling part.
Now the
It's
thing
one
is,
thing I would get ID'd getting beer with it.
you
For a
drink
movie?
enough, you get your beers at the same place, you go to the same bars. Eventually, they stop. They stop doing it. It's always nice when you go to a new bar and they say, "Oh, you're gonna love this in the end." But yeah, it is nice. You're 35. The idea. That's cool. But when you go into an R-rated movie, 17. I mean, I'm over 17.
And they go, and then they look at your wife. Is this your son?
That would be awful. That would be. They'd be pissed. My wife would not
I
stand for
think
that.
it's so beautiful that you take your son to the movie.
Oh my god. I mean, the one thing is the weirdest is like if you go to a restaurant and I have my kid with me
You get
and they're
cards
like,
from
you're
your
getting the
I got a
discount?
goddamn kid with me. Like, I can't get. You're still IDing me?
It's your little sister.
Yeah, right. That's how I get the gray hairs.
Oh man. So, do we have anything else?
What time are we at? I think we made it.
I think we're good, man. We're at an hour.
Solid
We're at
show.
a minute and 3 seconds.
Very
No,
professional.
it's an
here.
hour and 19 minutes. That's good, right?
I think so. I think we did a good job.
I think so.
I think we went
I'm
off.
trying to
the
entertain.
I think we went off the rails.
We
We
went on
yeah.
a lot of tangents.
We
here.
went all over the place, but I
A
felt
lot
like
of
the
personal
content
information
was
was given out.
Yeah. Yeah, hate mail is gonna go.
You can give him my email. It's Christie's. No, it's msanikoff@gmail.com. Send me all your hate mail.
Oh,
Good idea.
no,
Whatever you want.
where can they find you on social media, man? Because
Oh,
you are actually like a professional.
If
The rest of
I don't
them.
know if
You
I
have
want.
one?
I don't know if I want to put it out.
You sure?
Sure. You
Alright.
can get me at if you like fights or boxing. You can get me
Yeah.
If you like
At,
bum
uh,
fights.
no, we don't do bum fights.
Did
we
you
do
watch bum
professional
fights?
fights. I have. Yes, of
It's
course.
been banned. It's been banned.
I'm a red-blooded American
Yeah.
communist. And yes, I did watch bum fights when I was growing up. I did watch.
Before it was banned.
What was the other site?
Almost kills.
I don't know what that is. But if you're into boxing, at standing 8 count, it's standing. There's no E. It's just an 8. At standing 8 count. At standing 8 on Twitter. I'll keep you in touch with boxing. Everything you need to know about the sweet science.
All right.
All right.
What's our Twitter?
Well, you can reach us on Twitter at Video Rangers. You can find us on YouTube at Video Rangers Podcast. You can find us on Facebook at Video Rangers Podcast. We are on Instagram at Video Rangers Podcast, and then if you want to follow my Instagram, it's to be concluded, and you can see all the games I'm playing and the shitty movies I watch and spend money on.
Sounds pretty good.
Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate
No,
it.
thanks
I had a
for
really
coming
good
on.
time.
It's been good
Great.
having you on.
Because the movie was just dreadful.
I had a great time watching it. Regardless of what they say, I had a great time watching it. You should all watch it.
It is free on YouTube. Yet again, I'll say it again.
And if you want to
watch this movie,
you can get it on Amazon.
and you can get it on DVD.
And I'm sure there's a Laserdisc out there somewhere, but I didn't bother to look it up.
Laserdisc?
Yeah.
You gotta flip it over?
Yes. I have a Laserdisc coming. I have a new one. It's called Hollywood Hot Tubs Part 2.
Hollywood Hot Tubs? Is that like...
I didn't see Part 1, but I bought Part 2 because I saw the Laserdisc. I was like, oh, I gotta get this.
Is that like celebrity...
I don't think you need to
Is
see
that like
Part 1.
celebrity
No.
coffee
It's the
tables?
Hmm?
It's like celebrity coffee tables?
It is.
And then your book turns into a coffee table?
Yes.
That was
This
real.
one turns into a
That
hot
was a
tub.
real book. You could have bought that.
Yes.
Good
It's a
idea.
coffee table,
It's a
bro.
good idea. You don't have a coffee table.
That is a great idea.
Turns
But
into a
honestly,
coffee table.
if you had bought that book in the 90s when Seinfeld came, it's probably worth like $5,000.
Yeah. That
Nobody
was
bought that book.
a
Man,
genius
I went
book.
bought the George Costanza Yankee jersey.
Yeah, I've seen those.
The one made out of cotton? Cotton.
Alright.
Alright, that's it. Bye, everyone.
Bye. I did it instead.
You did it this time. Damn it. Alright, bye. All right.
And we're out.
That's it. Save
And
that.
we're on video.
Oh yeah, let me do something about that.
I think you guys sold like a
I'm
million copies
Eminem.
tonight.
This means I love you. I'm Eminem.